All right, folks, it's Monday, January 12th, 2026, and we have decision time for XRP happening this week. You're going to want to stay tuned for this entire update and the rest of the content that we're going to be bringing this week. Full coverage of the Clarity Act, supposed to have a markup vote on Thursday. Get the ball rolling on that market structure legislation we've been waiting for, but it is absolutely a make or break moment for XRP and the broader crypto market as a whole. And so we want to break that down for you guys here in today's update. Now, it's very clear. A decision has already been made with gold and silver hitting new all-time highs yesterday and continuing the rally into this morning. Let's start out. This is what we want to see. DXY coming back down, big red candle here on the dollar index that is not responding well to the rumors that President Trump may come into Iran with a response or a strike. We're seeing Federal Reserve Jerome Powell has been criminally indicted. And so there's a lot of drama taking place. But this is the type of environment where, the dollar uncertainty starts to show up and gold and silver clarity arrives. And we love to see it. You guys know we've been in it. Gold up to $4,616 per ounce. Absolutely ripping. Silver joining the party, pushing up here $86 per ounce as we record the update this morning. So you just love to see it. And all of this uncertainty, all of this drama is great for gold and silver. We're still waiting to see here what's happening with crypto, and so we'll break that down in just one moment. But Fed Chair Jerome Powell responding after federal prosecutors open a criminal investigation into him. He says, quote, "The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Fed setting rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public rather than following the preferences of the president." The thing is, this case is about that remodeling. And from my understanding, this is about the remodeling of the Federal Reserve building there and the construction and the contracts involved with that. But obviously, there's some politics at play here as well, too. President Trump has been wanting the Fed to bring rates down. They've been holding them. The Fed is supposed to be independent. And you guys know my position. The Fed shouldn't even exist. We shouldn't even have a central bank in the United States of America. And it should be the Treasury Department that is handling our monetary policy. So I'm a fan of audit the Fed to get the ball rolling and as an icebreaker. But really, I'd like to, wind up at the final destination of just removing the problem, in its existence entirely. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you think about this situation. But the problem with this is it's more drama and a distraction from us getting that Clarity Act and crypto market structure legislation passed. And so we have Senator Tom Tillis responding here. If there were any remaining doubt whether advisors within the Trump administration are actively pushing to end the independence of the Federal Reserve, there should now be none. It is now the independence and credibility of the Department of Justice that are in question. I will oppose the confirmation of any nominee for the Fed, including the upcoming Fed chair vacancy, until this legal matter is fully resolved. It never should have been a question. I mean, if you've been paying attention, President Trump was very clear in his first term and some of the things that he did to bring back control to the Treasury Department, especially after 2020, shouldn't be a surprise at all. In fact, let's have this conversation. And as I said, why do we even have a central bank, a private central bank ruling over our monetary policy? So let's have that conversation. Absolutely. But the problem that I see right now currently is that this is going to distract and deter potentially from getting this Market Structure Clarity Act passed for our crypto. Now, in regards to that, Sander Lutz, senior writer at Decrypt Media, he provided this update a few days ago, but I just wanted to comment on it real quick here. He says, a Senate source confirmed to me that senators from both parties are buying into the banking lobby's demand for significant adjustments to Genius stablecoin yield rules. You could do that with the also Brooks proposal favored by the Democrats, or by requiring an OCC bank charter to offer yield. This could be more crypto industry friendly, but plenty in DeFi wouldn't like this at all. Good thing Ripple got that bank charter, huh? I think it's frustrating, though. Frustrating to see the hypocrisy of the banks. Their lobbies very powerful. It's very obvious, right? and a big reason why we haven't passed this market structure legislation so far, right? We've been up against Gary Gensler in the SEC. We don't want to go and talk about those dark days. You know where Gary's, good guy Gary, or Goldman Gary, as we called him sometimes. You know where he comes from. You know who he was serving. And then now here we are in 2026. We still don't have Clarity Act passed, and they're trying to rewrite the rules that were, the laws that were put forward in the Genius Act for stablecoins. And the big issue here is they don't want to lose customer deposits. They don't want to lose business to stablecoin issuers that could offer you yield, that could offer you a return on your stablecoin holdings and your deposit into that stablecoin versus the bank deposits and the measly little returns and yield that they offer currently. And, the corruption, it runs so deep, and the hypocrisy, it's laughable. Because as they're lobbying Congress to rewrite the rules on the stablecoin legislation, at the very same time, they're all rolling out their trading desks. They're all rolling out, their products, and they're also rolling out the ETFs. $400 billion Standard Charter to launch crypto prime brokerage. So it's okay for them to sell you crypto when it's wrapped in their ETF. It's okay for you to trade crypto if it's at their prime brokerage firm. It's okay for them to offer you yield on your bank deposit. But God forbid a crypto firm does it. Goes completely against everything that we stand for here in America. And free market capitalism, it's just disgusting, the hypocrisy from these bankers, but to be expected. So we're going to be watching this very closely. On Thursday, the markup vote is going to be taking place. And hopefully, that's still going to be happening. Tonight, Monday, at the end of today, we should be getting the first draft released for this markup vote and the legislation. So tomorrow, we'll have an update on, what the text actually reads. And we'll see which direction they're going to decide to take this. And we're just going to hope that they're going to do the right thing, and we can proceed on this market structure legislation that is well overdue. Now, this brings us to decision time for XRP in the broader crypto market. And so we're going to show you here what we're looking at. This is from Dom Trader View 2 on X, showing the total 3 chart. Now, this chart, it excludes Bitcoin and Ethereum, so it's XRP and every other crypto. And he says this chart needs about a 10% move to get itself out of what I call a danger area. So we're in the danger zone right now. This index recently lost a 2-year trend that was considered the bull market trend. As we speak, it's turned to resistance. This is often the simplest, most effective signal of downside if bulls can't regain. We got to get back up in here, back above this, and break through this resistance for total 3. Bitcoin's teetering as well, Ethereum as well, the overall crypto space. But this is another chart that shows you the clear resistance that we're up against now and what we need to break through if we truly are going to continue on this bull run. Now, if we were in a typical a bear market, right now, from what I'm seeing, Bitcoin would be trading at about 60 to 70,000. If we truly were in a bear market, a typical bear market, the 4-year cycles were playing out, Bitcoin would be at about 60 to 70,000 right now. And XRP would be a lot lower. The rest of the crypto market would be a lot lower. But we're teetering on the edge, right? We're not there yet. According to this chart and what TraderView 2 has put out here, we are, we've broken through this support and we got to reclaim this quickly. Otherwise, we could be in some trouble. We're in the danger area. And here's one more look at this chart for you guys. Total 3. Taking a look at it. Let me zoom in a little bit on this if I can for you guys so you can see that. Okay, so we're looking to reclaim this level right now on total 3. Moving on over here, XRP weekly chart. We just printed a very bearish candle on the XRP weekly chart. Take a look at it. This is what you call a gravestone doji, gravestone candle right here, and it's an inverse T. So basically you get this huge wick and run up where the bulls are pushing it up, and then it comes back down and closes off in the red. This can be a bullish candle. If it's the end of a downtrend and it's the flip and start of a new trend, that is possible. This is not a 100% bearish candle. A lot of people are reporting that this is 100% bearish bear market, XRP back down to $1.40, $1.50. The end is here. That's not necessarily true. Nothing here in TA is really, absolute. Okay, so this is either a very bearish sign right here, this weekly candle, and what traders are going to look for here is the next week. The next week or two, this is going to be decision time for XRP. So let's zoom in right now on the 4-hour chart, and you can see that we're consolidating between the fibs here at the 0.5 and the 0.618 fib levels, 204 to 211, right? And really, XRP's gone up to about basically about 211. Yeah, so basically just trading between these two fib levels, 0.5 and the 618, and we really need to hold this. Really need to hold this for XRP. Taking a look at Bitcoin, same thing, consolidating between the 236 and the 382. A little run up here, over the past day, reclaiming 91,000. And so this is decision time for XRP in the broader crypto market. What can you do to prepare? I'll just tell you what I'm doing because I don't give financial advice. I just explain where I'm at and what I'm doing. I still have a buy order down for XRP at $1.66. And I may adjust that this week. We'll see what happens here. This is kind of something you got to play by ear, right? It's always moving. And the fun part about crypto is it moves 24/7, 365. We don't take any time off. And so I'm still holding that level down there as kind of an insurance policy, as a hedge. If we go back down there, I have a huge order that will fill at $1.66. It's just a massive buy order to add to my XRP long. I'll also be looking to add to some of the other utility digital assets that I've picked up recently as well. If we start to move back up to the upside, the levels that I'm looking for us to break back above is 240 for XRP. That's going to be the signal, that we've really started a new trend and that this bull market will continue. But right now, it's decision time. We're going to be covering this all week long. Make sure you guys stay tuned. All of our community resources are available at zachrector.com. And I also want to take this time to let you guys know about our sponsor, iTrust Capital. So iTrust Capital has you guys covered. Use my link at the top of the description to get your $100 funding bonus. And you will see that they have the IRA product. This is a fantastic way to get exposure in your retirement accounts to cryptocurrency and precious metals, which I know we don't want to buy into green candles right now on gold and silver necessarily, but maybe down the road you want to take profit on some crypto into the precious metals. You can do that right inside your IRA. And so you can roll over a 401k or other retirement account if you already got one into a IRA with iTrust Capital today. The premium custody account is their other product with a closed loop system. Your crypto transactions stay secure, no external wallets, no unnecessary risks, just a trusted way to buy and sell crypto with institutional grade custody and award-winning US-based support. The other thing I want to mention too is that iTrust Capital right now is working on ways to generate yield, returns, or rewards. We'll see what language comes out in the Clarity Act as far as how they're going to be able to, what term they'll use to call it. But the ability to have your XRP and earn on it while you hold it in your IRA or in the premium custody account as well. And so watch out for that. They're also working on ways to lend, borrow against your XRP and Bitcoin and other cryptos as well. And then there's some other products and services that are going to be rolling out here in the next couple months. ROUSD, you'll be able to earn yield on ROUSD as well with iTrust Capital here in the next couple months as well. So get in touch with them today. You have until April 15th of this year to fund your IRA for 2025. So take advantage of that now. We got them linked up down below. Tremendous company. I can't say enough positive things about them. Use my link to get the $100 funding bonus. And we will see you guys in the next update. Stay tuned for more. God bless you all. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.